quick video on constants, variables, and data types, the different information you can store in them. So I'm going to start with a new iOS project. It's going to be a single view app. I'm going to click Next. I'll call it variables, constants, data types. The language is Swift. User interface is Storyboard. Save it on your computer. And we are going to start in the viewcontroller.swift file. So variables and constants are just different ways you can store information. There's lots of different information you could store. Say we're creating a profile, we might have a constant. The keyword for constant is let, and if you start typing it, it will autofill for you. We're going to need a name here, and I think I'll use the name username, and the value will be Dalton. So because I put this in quotation marks, this is going to be a string. A string is a type of data type that stores words, and if I hold down Option and click on this name, it's going to tell me that that is a string. There's another way that you could declare string. You could specifically tell it that this is a constant because I'm saying let. The name of the constant is username. I'm going to make it be a string, and then it has those quotation marks and the name inside of it. So you can do it either way. The quickest way is to just say it's going to be a constant, give it a name, and then because you're putting the word in quotation marks, it knows it's going to be a string. And you can check that by holding down Option and clicking on it. So let's do another one. Let's create a variable this time, and the keyword for variable is var. And the name of this one is going to be age, and I'm going to set it to be equal to 43. Because I put a whole number in here, if I hold down Option and I click on this age, it's going to tell me that this is an int. An int is a whole number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no decimal points, and it automatically does that because I put in a whole number. Again, you can specifically tell it that this is going to be a variable. It's going to be an age. It's going to be an int, and the number is 43. So you can do it either way. I'm going to do it the quick way and just say age is 43. Now, then your name is probably going to always be the same, so that's good that it's a constant. But your age is going to change, so that's good that it's a variable. Well, what would happen if we tried to change the name username? So I'm going down into view did load, and I'm just going to set username to be something else. And it says I cannot do that. So it has this little stop sign here with the error. This means there's going to be some kind of fix for it. Cannot assign property username is a let constant. So it's a constant, so you cannot change it. You could change the let to be a variable to make it mutable or to make it changeable. So if I click fix right here, this let on line 13 is going to change to a variable. So let's check that. Yep, there it is. So because it's a variable, now we can change username to be equal to something else. But we don't need to. We're going to keep this a constant because normally your name stays the same. So that's good that it's a constant. Normally ages change. So if we wanted to, we could change the age. Uh, 22. So I'm going to be a lot younger now. And we're able to change that because it's a variable and not a constant. So the only difference between variable and constant, variables you can change, constant's always going to stay the same. And what are some different types, different data types? Another one we could create is we could create a variable is male, and we could set that to be true. So because we set it to be true, it knows that this is going to be a Boolean value. meaning it could be true or false. So if I hold down Option, I click on this name right here, it says bool, B-O-O-L, meaning that this is a Boolean value. It could be true or it could be false. We could maybe, there's another variable. It's going to be like temperature. And right now, maybe my temperature is 36.4 degrees Celsius. So because we are using a decimal point here, this isn't going to be an int. If I hold down Option and I click on this name here, this is going to be a double. So a double would be able to store a, decimal number. Yeah. Cool. So those are the different data types and the difference between constants and variables. I hope this was useful.